Hey everybody, what is going on? Hexlex here. Got another Master Duel video for you, and it's Monday, which of course means it is time for another one of our weekly viewer specials. If you've never seen one of these, if you're new to the channel or this series, then every single Monday, I like to showcase games from you all, the viewers. It's a great chance to see what we're all up to as far as cool decks, cool games, and cheering each other on as we play those. So if you are interested in getting in for the viewer special, then you're going to want to head down to the description below. There you're going to find an invite link to the Hexlexplex, which is our Discord server. Under the Master Duel section, there's a channel called Viewer Special Submissions. There you're going to want to put your 9-digit player ID. That way I can view your publicly saved replays. As always, please make sure that you are publicly saving those replays and also making sure this number is correct. Those are definitely the two things that stop me the most from viewing people's replays. But if you've got like multiple different replays and you want to submit as many different replays as you've got, that's completely fine. The only thing I ask is that we don't submit the same game over and over again. But if you've got multiple replays especially, make sure that you are leaving either your opponent's name or the date and time or a screenshot, just some way where I can tell exactly, you know, which game you want me to see. But yeah, we only have time for so many games each week, so even if you don't get featured, don't worry, there is always the next week as well. But enough yapping, why don't we start taking a look at some of your duels. Okay, our first replay comes to us from Jordan, aka Poetry is Alive, on the Discord server. Got a replay here where we're going to be taking a look at branded Azamina. So of course, as with any other fusion archetype, there is a way to slot this into branded as well, providing you with an Omni Negate, as well as this combo line that we're going to see also summons the Light and Darkness Dragon Lord. So that's really cool. And it looks like our opponent here is going to be on a zombie deck, also pretty neat. Alright, let's go ahead and dive right on in. Yeah, I've heard that Azamina Chimera, Fiendsmith Azamina Chimera is a thing. I think I've heard about Azamina branded as well, but all the branded I've faced so far this season has just been like pretty standard stuff. Alright, we're going second here. Our opponent's going to start with Jack O. Bolon, discarding the Mizuki to special it. Normal summoning Shiranui Squire, to then summon the Shiranui Spectral Sword from hand. Looks like they're going to sink for 6 and it'll be Immortal Dragon. Your dragon is mortal. Okay, anyway. Imperm on the Immortal Dragon looks pretty good to me. Will not only make it so they can't foolish anything, but it'll keep the Immortal Dragon at level 6, which thankfully they can't make a level 13 Synchro Monster. So it looks like they can bring back the Shiranui Squire though and sink for 10. Will this be Baron? No, it'll be Red Eyes Zombie Dragon Lord. Interesting. Alright. Before going over to our turn here. This hand looks pretty good. Oh, it got even better, too. It's like we're going to send the Tragedy for the Diabell Star. Diabell Star effect gets to set the Sinful Spoils. And then looks like our opponent's going to be special summoning a couple of zombies from their yard. Jacobolon summons the Shiranui Squire. And then the Zombie Dragon Lord is summoning Immortal Dragon. Which I don't think... Does this have a quick synchro effect? No, it doesn't. That's what I thought. Okay. Alright, so now by sending the Deception, we can go for Hallowed Azamina. Hallowed Azamina, reveal Ilia Sylvia, send the Deception in order to summon the Ilia Sylvia. Now, even if the last card in hand does end up being a hand trap, we are not afraid of it. We can normal summon Albert, go for the Branded Fusion here, sending Lubellion as well as Fallen of Albaz. Bestial Lubellion, that is. That'll just summon Albion, the Branded Dragon. Albion effect gets to activate here. Banishing Albaz and Diabell Star in order to summon. Is Fusion Lubellion? It is Fusion Lubellion, okay. Fusion Lubellion F, sending the Branded White in our hand. Fusing with the Fallen of Albaz to send our Banish, and this will summon out the Mirror Jade. Right, from there we can tribute the Fusion Albion to summon Bestial Lubellion from the yard. Mirror Jade effect will send Titaniclad to banish a Red Eye Zombie Dragon Lord. Bestial Lubellion summons out Branded Lost. We're going to battle over their stuff here. We need to draw and discard with the Shiranui Squire. Yeah, we don't quite have lethal yet, but, I mean, If you look at our position, that's definitely fine. We're now entering main phase 3. No, all we're doing is setting up the branded banishment there, which we are using during their draw phase. Oh, but they have the ghost spell. Are we going to use Ilya Sylvia against that? We are. Excuse me, because this is, I imagine, how we summon our Light and Darkness Dragon Lord. We have the Albion, we fuse it with our Bestial Lubellion, and sure enough, there is Light and Darkness Dragon Lord. So now we can negate the next 4 effects activated with this card. It's pretty wild. A spell trap card or monster effect, that is, including Shengi the Spirata, which looks like it was our opponent's last card. And there we have it. So yeah, as you can see, the Azamina slots very nicely in with Branded, providing a much needed Omni Negate for the end board. I mean, it's not like much needed as in, you know, Branded was awful before, you know, you added Ilya Sylvia to your end board, but Branded doesn't really end on negates, certainly not Omni Negates. So the option to have that, not just for your end board either, but just for like as you're comboing is pretty insane. That's good stuff. Thank you very much, Jordan. Let's go ahead and take a look at our next duel here. Alright, this next game comes to us from Trey, aka Trigger Trey 3000 over on the Discord server. Trey's got yet another pretty cool Tenpai variant. So last week we saw PLJ playing Sky Striker Tenpai. Trey here is playing Fiendsmith Tenpai. Oh, we got Lullaby of Obedience. This card is sick. I love Lullaby of Obedience. So very, very nice. Will definitely give us some options as far as, like, not only for Force to go first, but also if, you know, we can bait out negates with the Fiendsmith stuff before going into Tenpais. Our opponent is also on a Fiendsmith variant with, ooh, quite a few Royals here. They are on Fiendsmith Rescue Ace, which is another pretty good deck to utilize the Fiendsmith archetype in. You literally just do the standard, like, going into Beatrice line, right? And then you use Beatrice to dump, like, one of your Rescue Ace monsters, then go into Promethean Princess, bring it back, and bada bing, bada boom, there you go. So, let's take a look at what we got here. It looks like we're actually taking the first turn. Well, we won the coin flip, but I didn't see if we picked to go first or second. I don't know if this is actually one of those Tenpai variants that wants to go first. Okay, no, we won the coin flip, we're going second. That's what I figured. Wow, this looks like a phenomenal hand. Maybe we could have used another hand trap instead of Fadra, but these 4 really are all great. Opponent's lead with normal summon Hydrant. We've got the Valor for that. That's actually a pretty unfortunate opening for our opponent. Even in a regular Rescue Ace deck, even if it goes off, normal summon Hydrant is not an ideal turn 1 play. But they do have a Diabellstar to follow up. Okay. Linking Hydrant and Diabellstar into Moon of Closed Heaven. Looks like our opponent's going to go into Fiendsmith stuff here. Oh, but they have the Preventer as well. That's actually a pretty good card to have in hand if you're going to open Hydrant. Because that's like one of the best cards to search with Hydrant. If you have to lead normal summon Hydrant, I like searching Preventer in that kind of a situation a lot of the time, so our opponent might have actually been able to cook. I mean, they're still cooking now, but if we hadn't negated their Hydrant, I think they might have been up to something, but okay, Preventer brings back the Hydrant, and then they're going to go Sequence for Lacrima. Okay, and then I wonder if they're still going to go into Beatrice, or if they're going to try to do something else here. Because, like, well, okay, they could just dump they could dump Turbulence and bring it back, right? So you absolutely go for Beatrice here. Wow, dang, actually, that's that's a lot better than I realized. I mean, I kind of knew this was how you used it. I just never really thought about that before. The fact that you could dump any Rescue Ace monster and bring it back with Prom Princess. Yep, there's Turbulence. And attack mode is a little bit weird. But I still get to set 4 here. Alright, setting all 3 trap cards and then one of the spells. Looks like they're going to link off Hydrant and Prom Princess into Raging Phoenix. I actually don't know how much I like that. Like, unless we have a way... I'm going for Zealantis? Turn 1 Zealantis. Okay. Flipping OS. Oh, and then that's how they get Hydrant. Okay, okay, okay. I don't know why we went into Zealantis there. I think we should just stay in Raging Phoenix, but I forgot that this was OSS. So that gets us Hydrant, which gets us our extra effects on all the back rows. Okay. I was about to say, like, I don't know how much I agree with linking off Hydrant and Prom Princess there, but yeah, I forgot our last face sound was OSS to just get another Hydrant. Okay, yeah, so let's see. We got Cashier of Birth as our draw for turn. Not great, but we already have a bunch of really good cards in hand, so we're going to go Engraver for Tract F to add Lurie. This is exactly what I was talking about before, just a moment ago, and I've mentioned this in other videos with Fiendsmith as well. The Fiendsmith engine is so great, not only for adding extra plays to all these decks, but also for just baiting out responses in the form of either hand traps or in a board, you know, when you go second, right? Alright, the Sangen summoning is pretty huge here because it'll allow us to have our monsters be unaffected by their back rows as we start to combo off here. Alright, going for the Sangenpai Bite into Dragon effect, bringing back the Genroku, syncing with the Genroku to then summon the Transcendent Dragon, which of course this effect says our opponent cannot activate cards or effects during the battle phase. Opponent's going for the Contain. They're just flipping up everything here. Okay, so I will say the Reinforce is actually not bad in a scenario like this. Although it's not, I don't think it's going to really matter because we can just make Trident Dragon at 6k attack and battle over this, right? Because we have the field spell, so... Oh, I accidentally clicked pause. I was like, what happened to the replay? Okay, so Pydra for Sangen Kaiman. Sangen Kaiman, we get to add Fadra and then summon for even more battle phase synchroing. Good lord. Getting our attacks in. We're then going to sync for 10. And then will this be the, yeah, here we go, the Trident Dragon. Trident F, pop Lurie in the field spell. Field spell sends it up to 6k attack. Bident also gets to come back here and pop our opponent's last back row even. That's pretty cool. Yeah, the Reinforce prevents it from being destroyed in battle, I think only the first time? The next time it would be destroyed by battle. That's funny that it gives it such a huge attack boost, but it gives it such a weak battle protection effect. But that definitely works to our favor here, for sure. That was good. That was good. Playing through a full Rescue Ace board with the help of Fiendsmith in Tenpai. So many interesting ways to play Tenpai between this and Sky Striker. I think it's really cool. But thank you, Trey, for showing that off. We got one more game we're going to take a look at. Let's finish off with that one. Okay, our final replay comes to us from Echo9923, who I believe goes by the same name on the Discord. So... Echo has definitely acknowledged my love of pile decks here, as we're playing Vanquish Soul, Snake Eye, Cybers? This is sick! I love this. Okay, so let me look at the extra deck and see if I can figure out what's going on here. Okay, we got the 3 rocks, Brute Enforcer. 2 effect monsters, you can discard 1 card that's going to face that monster your opponent controls. Your opponent can discard 1 card at the same time monster will traps that face-up card to negate this effect, otherwise destroy that face-up card. That's actually pretty cool. 2 SPs, we got Decode Talker, 0 Boros. Okay. I see the Vanquish Soul stuff, I see a bunch of Snake Eye stuff, some Kaijus, we got a bunch of going second cards, as well as triple Dotscaper. And then Link Apple. What does this card do again? Reveal this card in your hand, banish face up 1 random face down card from your extra deck, then special summon this card if the banished card was a Link monster. Otherwise, discard this card, and if you do, draw 1. Okay. So since we're on all links, it's a guaranteed extender for us. Okay. Do I see Cashier? I see Rise Heart here, too. Like, what? That's awesome. Oh, wait, for Vanquish Soul. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright. So, we're on that. I'm definitely interested to see how this goes. And our opponent looks like they are going to be on White Forest Centurion. A relatively standard list here. Yeah, it's like I said, and I think you all know this about me by now, I adore pile decks. I mean, that has always been, to me, the epitome of creativity in Yu-Gi-Oh! I've always hated archetype blocks. It just feels like at that point, if you're getting locked into an archetype, Konami's just building the deck for you. Yeah, pile decks, just seeing what all can get mashed into the same deck and still work. That is, I live for that. Okay, our opponent led with, I think it was Emblema Oath. Yep, so going into a standard Centurion combo here. Pitching Called By. That's interesting. You can actually learn a lot from what your opponent chooses to discard on turn 1. The fact that our opponent discarded Called By means that they value the other cards in their hand more highly than us having a hand trap they can call by. Granted, if we had something like Maxi, Fulos, Ash Blossom, or Valor, we'd have probably used it by now. But still, if they pitch Call By, I'm willing to guess the rest of their cards are hand traps or maybe stuff like Centurion Phalanx that they want to put face down. Because, like, Call By is a card that even if you don't think your opponent has hand traps, you would like to have set for their turn, right? There's Max C right on time, by the way. We're going to lead with Stake Your Soul. And our opponent is going to Max C here. So Stake Your Soul, we're going to summon Raisin. Raisin effects, we get to activate. They have an Imperm. Okay, so I can see keeping that over Call By. We can dodge the Imperm here with Caesar Valius. Our opponent's going to chain with the Primera effect. We're going to respond with our Max C. I wonder if they'll summon Trudea here. They don't. Yeah, because they already had the level 8 token on the field. This is also why, when I'm playing Centurion, why I like to summon the Primera from the spell trap literally as soon as possible. Just be able to go into, like, Blazar ASAP if I need to. Okay, they're going to activate all their effects here. We're actually chaining, though, because this is a quick effect, and we do have Earth, Fire, and Dark in our hand. Another Imperm. Okay. Double Imperm Call... See, if I was holding double Imperm Call By, I think I would pitch one of the Imperms and keep the Call By. Not only just in case they happen to have a hand trap, but also, like, just diversifying your disruption. Although, to be fair, I don't know how good Call By would be in this matchup. Granted, I don't think our opponent could ever guess the deck we're playing. So, that's awesome. Alright, normal summon Raisin. Raisin reveal a Fire and a Dark and gets to pop the Auxilia there. We then get to draw a card with the Heavy Borger. Phalanx, Graveyard Effect will activate to bring back the Auxilia. Auxilia F then gets to add a Primera from deck to hand. Moving to battle phase, we're going to battle over the token here. Main phase 2. Opponent's going to activate the Trudea effect, which will just give us another draw. I'm not really sure why they did that. We get to Wanted for Diabellstar here. Pitching the Dotscape, we're going to go for the Diabellstar. Diabellstar F to set the OSS. And then setting the Silvera. Oh, I see. Yeah. We summoned Diabellstar so that our Silvera would be live. Giving them one draw to have an Omni. That makes sense. That makes sense. We're gonna burn them. That's awesome. Alright, so, yep, Borger effect to deal 1500. Pure Rees are gonna add a Stellar here. Normal summon a Stellar. We get to go Raisin F to then pop the Auxilia. Oh, but the Primera and the Spell Trap protects it. That's right. I think it's the Primera that's protecting it. Pretty sure it is. So let me click it here. Yeah, level 5 or higher Centurion monsters you control. I miss that all the time. I miss that when I'm the one playing Centurion. My opponent used a destruction effect and I'm like, oh, I don't know why that didn't go off, but I'm sure glad it didn't. So, yeah, that's definitely understandable. It's a very easy effect to forget. Okay, they're going to go for a... Oh, that's Chaos Angel. Okay. I was confused for a second. I was like, wait, neither of those cards are tuners, but I know a level 10 monster that doesn't need a tuner to be synchro summoned. Alright, then we're going to summon our Magnemite here. They get to banish Diabellstar. Just whatever. Fine, who cares? We already used our Silvera anyway, so... Okay, they're going for LZ. A Stellar effect gets to bring itself back. Sure. Rushia. Yeah, someone actually kind of called me out for saying Rishialago, but not Rushia. I guess I just thought, I know it's not spelled the same, but I was like, oh, Rukia, like in Bleach. You know, just me being a ignorant weeb, I guess. No, I wouldn't even really consider myself a weeb. I really don't watch that much anime. And usually what I do watch is like older anime. I love 90s anime. Love 90s anime. Been watching Vision of Escaflowne lately. Anyway. They're going to go for Baron de Fleur. And then, what else do they have up their sleeve here? An IP Masquerena. Okay. Wait, there's something Primera linking with IP. Oh, for SP? Sure. I guess I can't win this turn anyway, so this makes sense. Banishing OSS of all cards? Really? And then choosing to pop Magnum. I mean, they're going to battle over anything anyway, so that's whatever, but... Banishing the face down OSS was kind of interesting. I'm not really sure why we did that, but... That had to have been Yellow Button Turbo, right? Or like a misclick or something. I bet that was a misclick. Oh, I wonder if they were toggled on and they thought they were setting it or something. Okay, no, never mind. We're on Yellow Button Turbo. Because we just baroned the wanted draw effect? While Silvera was in the graveyard? Huh? Okay. Again, I say right on time, Maxi. We're going to reveal our Kaiju for the Raisin. Raisin effect gets to activate here. They're going to chain Little Knight. Yeah, our opponent is just on Yellow Button Turbo, because they should know that... Well, actually, I don't know if they know that we have Valius in hand. Wait, we searched it... No, we searched Jerusalem with Magnum Hut. Never mind. Okay, Valius F. We're going to reveal Fire, Earth, and Dark in order to pop their... Chaos Angel. Oh no, we tried to pop their Chaos Angel, but then we tribute over it with a Kaiju. I see. We use the Raisin to destroy the Kaiju. Yeah, they can summon Primera here, but they don't really have the ability to synchro just yet. Oh, they were going to plan on synchroing with the LZ. And then, yeah, we're going to Jerusalem their LZ. And I guess they decided that was their tipping point. So... Wow, we played pretty heavily into their Max C on our second turn, or on the second turn, our first turn, and still managed to come out on top. That was excellent. Thank you very much, Echo, as well as everybody else who submitted for this week. We could not do the viewer special without your submissions, so I truly thank you all from the bottom of my heart. But that's gonna do it for now. This is Hexlex, and before I sign out, why don't we move on to our outro? Hey everybody, Hexlex here. Just want to give you a huge thanks for watching all the way to the very end of the video. Believe it or not, that is actually one of the best ways that you can support the channel, is by watching the videos in their entirety. But there are many ways in which you can support the channel if you are so interested. The names that you're seeing on screen here, I gotta give an extra special thanks to, because these are people who have chosen to either become a member on YouTube, which if you're interested you can do as well via the join button next to the subscribe button down there, or have signed up over on Patreon and become members there. Link to that is going to be in the description below. Without the support that is being offered by, again, all the people that you're seeing on screen right here, I would not be able to take the time to dedicate to uploading daily YouTube videos. So thank you so very much. But there are also other ways you can support as well. Again, link to the description below. If you like my deck tracker that you'll see in a lot of my videos, the Untapped Companion, you can download that for free, and if you use my affiliate link down there, then that also goes a long way towards supporting the channel. That's again free. So is subscribing here on YouTube. That's also free and a huge way to support. You can also check out Twitch, once again linked in the description below. Following and subscribing over there will not only support as well, but also give you notifications of when I go live if you want to catch some of the live streams. But really, no matter how you choose to support, it all adds up and it all definitely means the world. So thank you, each and every one of you. For now, this is Hexlex. I'm going to be signing out. But more than that, I'm hoping that you have a fantastic day.